Yo, what's up, everyone? You're listening to True to Size, episode 187.
What kind of gun was that there, Joel?
That was like they call it a Smith and Wesson.
Smith and Wesson. Huh?
Wesson.
Smith and Wesson, huh? Jeez, it sounded.
Your ad sponsors.
It's no. I refute that. This episode is not sponsored by Smith and Wesson.
Smith and Wesson.
Maybe Smith and Wesson, but not Smith and Wesson. Don't get it twisted. What's going on, everyone, and welcome to True to Size. We are a weekly podcast centered around the wild world of sneakers. I will be your host today. My name is Lawrence Hopkins, and I'm joined by the rest of the quarantine at Canada Got Soul, Mr. Joel Hernandez.
Yo.
Mr. Alvin Martinez. Ooh.
Whoa.
What kind of gun was that?
It was a toy gun.
That was a
Toy gun.
That was a toy gun.
Toy gun.
We have Smith and Wesson and toy guns. Perfect.
It was what's the toy brand? I don't even know. Barbie.
Barbie.
Think
of
it's a Barbie gun.
All the toy companies you could have listed. You listed the only one that probably has never made a toy gun.
He's a dad girl.
He is a
girl dad. Dad girl.
Damn.
Oh.
Dad girl dad.
Dad girl.
Toy
Barbie
gun.
gun.
Gun toy.
Pew.
Probably the most Filipino Joel has sounded since we started the podcast. He's a dad girl.
Dad girl.
All right, let's move on.
Let's go.
We've got a great show for you guys this week. We're keeping it in the holiday spirit like from last week with our fire round question and following it up with some holiday drops in the CGS picks once again. After that, we're going to talk about more supply chain issues and how it may affect the sneaker world in 2022. And finally, we've got a bunch of EEEs. And before that, we're going to do all that before we dive into our main discussion, which was also inspired by a couple more listener-submitted questions. So it's a very listener-heavy podcast, which is good. We love hearing from you guys. So thank you.
We love the listeners, man.
Yeah.
Love you guys.
We love the listeners. So keep sending in those questions, and we'll keep trying to get to them. But first, Joel.
Fire round.
That's right, the fire round. We like to start every show with a quick hitting question from you, our listeners. And this week's question comes from... I regret this now because I said it's a very listener-heavy episode and I chose to do the fire round myself. But that's only because I took what could have been fire round questions and expanded them into main discussion topics. So hopefully I'm forgiven.
Okay.
But once again, so in the holiday spirit, we had a very holiday, Christmassy episode last week. And in the holiday spirit, in keeping with that, I want to know, because the holiday season is coming up, what is your favorite holiday drop of all time? I don't want us to include, however, so this is where it gets a little bit more difficult, actual Christmas-themed sneakers. Mm-hmm. So I'm talking just sneakers that come out in December in the past. Obviously, we all know there's always a Jordan 11 release in December, so maybe it's that.
Yep.
I'm sure that's where we're going to heavily skew it, but maybe we have some other memorable December cops that will make the list. We're going to start with Joel here. What is your favorite holiday drop of all time that's not a Christmas-themed sneaker? Oddly specific question from me.
Okay. So I remember what year was that when the first drop of the Concord 11s dropped?
2011?
Yeah, what year again?
2011?
2011? Was it 2011?
I think it was 2011.
Okay, so that year, I remember specifically, it was, shout out to the homie Sumo, Mike Sumo over here. He held me down over at Champs, and I was he was hitting me up. He's like, "Yo, what time you coming?" And then I remember I was like just running a bit late, and I was like, "Yo, I'm gonna be there probably like just before 12." He's like, "All right, cool. I got your pair on lock. Don't worry about it. I got you." So I'm like, "All right, cool." So when I got there, the mall was like a mess. It was just crazy. He was telling me that It was just a zoo. It was chaos. It was chaotic. He had bagged my shoes and he had duct taped it like twice, and he had bagged it again. So it was like bulletproof, waterproof. You could use it as a flotation device if you're like, stranded in the ocean. That shit was like on lock. Like he like double bagged that because he was like, they're checking bags when you walk out the door, and they're like, I'm hearing people are getting jumped. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? He's like, yo, you're it's just crazy. It was just crazy, just crazy. So that drop alone, I remember specifically because it was just madness. And then, sure enough, when I got my shoes and I walked out, scraps happened. Like in front of Starbucks, in front of Square One, there was scraps going on. I had no idea what the hell's going on. I was like, yo, I'm out of here. Let's go. I got my shoes, secured the bag, and I was out of that mall. But yeah, that was like probably one of the most memorable drops of December. I guess it was close to Christmas.
Yep.
That I can remember. And it was just because it was just like the whole experience of going through it all. And it was just like specifically, I remember it till this day, like it just happened. Like, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, like those kind of things, they'll stick. They'll stick to that specific shoe. Yeah, man.
Alvin and I both worked at Foot Locker at that time. And up until that point, every other Jordan 11, because that was always the big release every year, and it still kind of is, but not as much anymore, it was always pre-orders. And that was the last one, Alvin, correct me if I'm wrong, that had pre-orders.
The Concord?
Concords.
Yeah, you are definitely most correct, sir.
So
like, everything after that was hectic as
fuck. But even I remember at Champs, because Champs never did pre-orders. We worked at Foot Locker. Champs never did pre-orders, and like it was an absolute zoo. The Concord 11 was like the beginning of modern day sneakers, and I think that people cite it a lot. But Joel's story really tells you, because up until that point, we didn't have situations like that in Canada. We always saw it happening, like from afar in the States. Like the States is an older sneaker culture than we do. That was more common. Not saying it's a good thing, but it was a lot more common to have like that level hype on shit that was dropping. That stuff didn't happen in Canada. Sneakers was not in the mainstream like that, where you had to worry about shit like that in Canada, at least. It was still difficult to get stuff when it was really, really hot, but like you could get it still. You never had to worry about fights and jump. Like all that stuff was just like foreign, especially to people who were working in sneakers at the time. We were like, what is happening? Like, where were you guys? Because we've been doing this for every year. Like, where were you guys for Space Jams? Like, Space Jams was easy. You just walk in and got it. So yeah, that was like, because if everyone will remember, then that was a December release. 2 months later for All-Star is when they dropped Galaxy Foamposites. And that again, like those two drops back to back were like, man, like they need to write literally they could probably produce a movie about like that time in sneakers, because it's so key to everything that's going on right now. And it's like literally like the Big Bang, no pun intended, because that was the Big Bang back, but like there was literally the Big Bang for sneakers, where like in Canada, that's where it really just like exploded, like literally just took off. So that's a really good answer. Alvin, do you want to go next?
Yeah, I was just gonna echo all y'all and say the 11s were definitely the most memorable. One, through experience, and two, just like as someone who was working in retail, like the anticipation, the amount of phone calls we would get on a daily basis, like literally half the time, like in December before they released, half the time I was a secretary for my own store, because I was just literally answering questions about like, oh, hey, are you getting them? How many pairs? Like, how many, like, are you doing pre-orders? Like, where you line up? Or like, I don't even, honestly, it wasn't even girls I was calling. I'm sorry that I made that sound like a girl.
I don't know why you use that. But, definitely not the people calling for Jordan 11.
No, honestly, so some moms called, some girlfriends called. I'm like, yo, stay home, stay safe. Don't even bother, because it's going to get hectic. And yeah, I would say like the most hectic release for me anyway was when I was working with Lawrence, and it was the bread 11
year after the Concord.
The one right after the Concord. That was super duper hectic.
First time
we were there.
First come, first serve.
We were there hella early, and it was like it was crazy.
Lined
and
out the door of the mall.
Yeah, and it got kind of hectic, but we all we all were, safe after, luckily. And so was everyone else who tried to get the shoe. So
no incidents.
No incidents. So yeah, no, it was fun though. At the end of the day, it was all fun. It was cool to see the culture coming into Canada and turning into that. And obviously we know what it is now. So yeah. Dope.
All right, I got one, and it's really memorable for me because it's like you always remember your first almost. And this is my first Christmas working at Foot Locker, so it had just freshly gotten into sneakers, had literally not known a single thing in the August of that year. So 4 months before Christmas, had not known a single fucking thing about anything sneaker related. Working sneakers, and all of a sudden there's a release coming out, whatever, probably like December 23rd or whatever, which is already insane to me. Like they released sneakers 2 days before Christmas. And it was dubbed the Space Jam Jordan 11. And I was like, objectively, not even knowing a whole lot about sneakers, grew up loving Space Jam, like absolutely loved that movie as a kid, and even as like still obviously to this day, but loved that movie as a kid. Love that movie. So obviously it was like, why is it called Space Jam? And everyone's like, he wore the Space Jam, like he wore this sneaker in that movie. And I was like, holy shit, that's the coolest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. Like that shoe is coming out and I happen to work here. So cool. And then they're like, you have to pre-order it in September. And I'm like, whoa, I'm not going to do that. So I actually didn't end up pre-ordering it. And I remember this very vividly as well. Didn't end up pre-ordering it. And decided I wanted it like the month of, like in December. Because, in high school, your funds are not set up 3 months in advance. They're set up paycheck to paycheck. So, I was like 2 weeks before, I was like, okay, I want them. And like I said, we did pre-orders at Foot Locker, but Champs did first come, first serve. So I walked down to Champs. Don't remember who it was. It may have been Wendell at the time, but was gracious enough to just, say, you're good, I got you. Because again, this is a different time. Like being held down pairs was not as serious as it is now. Like being held down pairs in 2021 is a lot different than it was in 2009.
There was no backdooring. There was no plug. It was just, you're my homie, I got you.
Yeah, exactly. And it was not a big deal. Like no one would, it wasn't a thing. It was just
no one's going to get cheese at you. Everyone's going to
It's not like now where it's so prevalent and people are, whatever. Anyways, so ended up getting them from there, and that's the first shoe I ever got. I remember coming home with them that day, putting them on in my then carpeted bedroom and looking down and just being like wowed, like had never felt that way about a pair of shoes before. And it was like absolutely insane to me. And I like, that's the first shoe that I ever got and was like, these need to be worn for something special. And I didn't end up wearing them for, I think it was probably over a year, because I wore them for my high school graduation. I saved them and kept them dead stock until that point, and like every once in a while I would take them out and look at them. But like that for me is like, and I still have the pair. It would be nice to have another pair of Space Jams, because that one, it's now over a decade old. But Concords this year are now turning 10 years old, which is insane, because they would have been 2011.
That's crazy.
So it's 2021. But Space Jams definitely are near and dear to my heart for obviously a different reason than most. But
that's jokes though, bro. Because I remember leaving going to a wedding ceremony, and you know how there's that break in between. That break in between that wedding ceremony, I went to Foot Locker at Square One to pre-order my pair of Space Jams that year.
That's sick.
In September. It was so jokes, bro. It was, and then at that time too, I remember that you didn't even have to put down the full amount.
You just put down like a $50 gift card.
It was literally like $50, and then you could have paid the rest like on December 23rd when you went to pick them up.
Yeah. Nice.
Which was ridiculous. And honestly, like, damn, that was fun. Those days were so good.
It was a different time. But while we're at it, just so anyone isn't familiar, because I hear a lot of people saying, like, why don't they just do pre-orders? It would be so much easier. In 2021, it would not be easier. In 2009, it was way easier. But what the system was is literally just people calling the store endlessly saying, you guys are getting the Space Jam 11s. When are pre-orders opening? And then all of a sudden, Foot Locker head office just sends the stores an email and says, pre-orders open on Monday, basically, and it's like Friday. And then all of a sudden, the list of people that called in, you would be calling them and saying like, yo, Monday you can come pre-order them. And like every sales associate would have a list of like customers that you would call and like trying to get them in, because you would get the sale for it, obviously. And then they would all come in, and like there was still a finite number. It was just reserving your pair almost, which is why it wouldn't work in 2021. Like, it's September. They're not still producing any pairs of Space Jam 11s. So if Foot Locker bought 10,000 pairs, those 10,000 pairs are allocated on a per-person basis depending on which stores had already pre-sold them. So there was no extra pairs unless there wasn't enough pre-orders. But pre-orders could sell out, and your store, like, if you worked at a smaller store and didn't have as long a list, maybe you had 4 pre-orders, so you only got 4 pairs. But if you're at a bigger store, like a Square One, like where Alvin mentioned, or even Bramley City Center in Brampton, where I worked, you get 200 pre-orders, so you get 200 pairs. But it was just so different, because like if you did that in 2021, there would have been a lineup Sunday night to get into the store Monday morning to pre-order the shoe, which is not any better than people lining up the day before to come and buy the shoe on the release day. So yeah, people saying pre-orders need to come back, it just doesn't make sense, because people will then line up for the pre-order and you're in the same boat.
There's too many sneakerheads now.
Yep, it's just different.
It's not feasible.
Yeah, it's just different.
Crazy.
Yeah, that was a good little mini discussion. Thank you for the question, Lawrence. If you would like to submit a question for the fire round and have us answer it on the pod, please shoot us a message on Instagram or email us at canadagotssoul@gmail.com. Next up, CGS picks. Each week, we all pick an upcoming sneaker to analyze, dissect, and give our thoughts on. Then we decide if it's poop, scoop, whoop-de-whoop, or Alvin's trademarked phrase.
Burr super cute.
Oh, that's a new one almost a little bit. Okay.
A good one. I like that one.
It's the same, but different.
Inspired by Joel.
Yeah.
Kuya Joel.
He's a that girl.
That girl.
That girl.
I love it when the episode title writes itself, though. That's definitely, I appreciate that a lot. I'm going to forget, but I like the idea of it. So I'm going to go first because neither of these guys deserve it right now. And my pick this week is the Asics. Yes, Asics in collaboration with Kith. 10-year anniversary. Gel Light 5. Salmon Toe. Yes, that's right. Kith and Asics are releasing another Salmon Toe-esque, not Salmon Toe-esque, Salmon Toe sneaker. So, as we all know, Kith turns 10 years old this year. They've done a huge rollout for different products and collaborations, a lot kind of thing. And they're also bringing out not a 2.0 because they did a 2.0 of the Salmon Toe Gel Light 3, but like a second in the series Salmon Toe Asics sneaker on the Gel Light 5. If you're familiar, I mean, the title of the shoe kind of writes itself. It's a navy sneaker, white midsole, salmon toe box. And I think these are absolutely killer. Like, killer. And I'm probably going to get flamed by at least one big Kith head that I know listens to the podcast, probably other Kith heads, but I prefer the Gel Light 5, just generally speaking, over the Gel Light 3. Silhouette-wise and fit/comfort-wise, the Gel Light 3 just never agreed with my foot, or I would have owned a couple of different pairs because I do like this, like the collaborations that have shown up on it. The Gel Light 5, on the other hand, is just like a really nice shaped sneaker overall. Like, it's got the bullet toe. It's like really just well designed overall, and I find it more comfortable with like the sock liner, almost like a Huarache sock tongue thing. This colorway on it absolutely slaps. I think that this is better. Again, I'm sorry, specifically Calby. I think this is better than the Gel Light 3, and the Gel Light 3 is an absolute classic. I remember trying for the Gel Light 3 online, like an absolute idiot, not knowing, like running around like a chicken with my head cut off, like, how do I buy this Asics? Like, I had no idea what I was doing 10 years ago or whatever, trying to buy this sneaker, but I did try to get it because it just blew me away because you had never seen anything like that before. But yeah, the Gel Light 5, I think, is better overall. The salmon colorway just pops really well in the silhouette. They're dropping alongside the leatherback, which I don't really have an affinity for, but it's got some history behind it, so very cool that they're putting that on a Gel Light 5 as well. And they're dropping, well, you all missed it, yesterday, Black Friday. So you all missed it because this is out on Saturday. But yeah, Black Friday release, they're coming out, special packaging, whole huzzah. Very, very cool release. Really cool rollout. I know that anybody who owned a pair of the Gel Light 3 had access to a private Zoom with Ronnie. I'm sure you got like a breakdown. I'm hearing there may have been some early access or seeded pairs involved in all that whole situation. So congratulations to all those individuals. But yeah, all things considered, we'll definitely be trying for this pair on Friday. If you're listening to this on Saturday, I tried yesterday. I guess we'll find out if I did. I guess we'll find out if I got them. But yeah, a really cool shoe. Whoop-de-whoop. Congratulations to Ronnie because you knocked it out of the park. Just really well done. Is it a hot take that I think the Gel Light 5 is better than the Gel Light 3? Like, am I going to get crucified on the internet or?
I don't know. I'm not really an Asics guy. If I had to pick one of three, I'd pick the OG Salmon Toe though. Just because it does have that white midsole on it. And I feel like the shape of that, like the original Salmon Toe, is a bit better than the shape of the 2.0. But again, not an Asics guy. I'm just talking my shit. But yeah, I don't know. Either one, like the Gel Light 5 is pretty dope though. Like, I get what you're saying. That split toe on the Gel Light, that split tongue on the Gel Light 3 doesn't. I got a fat foot, wide foot. So it doesn't work with my foot. But I mean, it's a dope silhouette. It's just I can't rock it because it doesn't look good on my foot. But if I had to pick one, I'd still pick the OG. So
interesting. Joel, what about you? I know that you have. Do you own some Gel Light 3s and 5s, right?
Yeah. And just like you, I agree with the 5s. It's just like it is so comfy. The way that you could just slide your foot into that sock, the way that it's made is unbelievable. And to see it with a salmon toe, it's crazy. It's crazy. Yep. But I do agree with Cuzzo, with the OG salmon toe. Just the shape of it is like, I don't know, it's just amazing. I think back then the older split tongues were more forgiving than the ones that have. Then. So if you were to get your size, it would be like, it would be laced up proper and stuff like that. So from what I think, but yeah, man, I don't know. I like the 5s though. The 5s are nice.
They look good, man. They look pretty good.
Yeah, man.
I think history aside, the 5 is better. History included, obviously, goes to the 3, but yeah, I can't wear the Gel Light 3, so fuck them. Whoop-de-whoop. Joel, what's your pick this week?
All right, so my pick is the Adidas South Park. Okay, I'm going to butcher this. Kyle. Hold on, to sound it out. Do it by the syllables. Broflovskis.
That's right.
One of the major character, one of the major characters on South Park. But yeah, man, it's their Adidas Superstar. Crazy shoe. When I first saw it, I'm like, wow, these pop. The South Park box, the detail on the box is just amazing. I think they this is the second one that they did. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think they did the Towley one.
That's correct.
Okay. So yeah, so this is the second one they did. It's green upper to match his I guess his green hat. Or his gloves maybe. But the swoosh, woo! The stripes,
swoosh on the stripes,
and the heel tab, it's got that furry look to it, just like his hat. But yeah, it's crazy. The tongue is in the orange, like his jacket, his utility jacket. And the cool thing about the tongue, it's got like the pocket, the chest pocket on his shirt, on his jacket. It's on the tongue, so it's like a stash pocket kind of thing. A lot of details went into this shoe. Just like I said, with that chenille look for the stripes and for the heel tab, along with the orange laces and the orange tongue. This shoe just pops. Super dope colorway, off-white sole, shell toe. Everything is crazy. I like it. I'm feeling it. It's slated to drop sometime later in 2022. I'm not sure when. I'm gonna guess maybe in the winter months because of the whole South Park kind of thing, the whole vibe of it. But yeah, man, these are super cute. I'm gonna try to get these. Super cute.
Super cute, he says. The
super duper cute.
Adidas once again, man. They're killing it. I don't know about that. Did you guys see that Simpsons one, that Superstar? The cat that's coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Look it up after. It's Snowball. The Simpsons' cat on a Superstar. True. Those are not good.
They're not good.
No, those are not good. but everything else has been really solid as of late, so I'll give them a pass. But yeah. Alvin, what do you got?
I got the Reebok Question pink toe. If you haven't or never seen a Reebok Question, it's Allen Iverson's first signature sneaker. If you don't know who Allen Iverson is, stop listening to this podcast. Like, it doesn't make sense. If you like sneakers, you like whatever, you gotta know. It's a classic silhouette. It's in the mid cut. So obviously it's called the pink toe because the toe cap is pink. You also have a pink translucent outsole, and the rest of the shoe, aside from the laces as well, is going to be a white. Man, you can't, honestly, this color blocking, it's super dope. And I love pink, so you already know, like, I adore this sneaker. And it hits, man. Like, it's coming in full family sizing, which is dope. If I could afford 4 pairs, I would, but there's no way. These are set to release on Monday, November 29th. So this is the Monday after you listen to this, or maybe the day you are listening to this. So if you are looking for a pink toe, go now. It'll be retailing, the men's size anyway, will retail at about $200 Canadian. Grade school, you're probably looking at about $150 or so, and then so forth. For the other pairs, you go down a little bit. These are honestly a super duper cute. Like,
so good.
They
good. So good.
I honestly want these for myself, but I honestly, during the Christmas season, I just can't justify spending $200.
Yeah.
On myself.
Good.
However, we did do a gift guide last week, and for anyone who has a significant other who is a sneakerhead,
yes,
I am sure this is a pair that you can, give them, and it wouldn't be a mistake. Like, they would appreciate this pair.
That's actually not a bad idea now that I think about it.
So I mean, if you feel like spending $200 on your significant other and whatnot, like, I say do it, because this pair is beautiful.
That's
super duper cute for me. However, I mean, we'll see what gifts we're getting the girls, but I mean, I wouldn't mind a matching pair for my daughters. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Sasha too.
Yeah, it could be like a mother-daughter type.
And then
situation.
if all 3 of them have it,
I'm not getting it. No, I'm not. I can't do it, man. That's already $400 between the 3 of them.
It's
so
true.
It's like, ooh.
Pairs for Max. Ooh.
Yeah, Max.
No,
too.
Max's paws are amazing. They look like Lion King paws. I'm good, man.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, super duper cute for me, man.
I really like these, and again, that's a good call out, because if you are looking for somebody to buy these, or looking for something to buy for someone, that was hard to say. Yeah, these are a great option because they're not going to sell out right away, and it's one of those shoes that like is a solid pickup that I think anyone would appreciate, male, female. Even kid, like, these are just dope. They're beautiful. It's on trend with like,
and quality is crazy. Like, it look like the leather looks good, the suede on the toe looks good. Like that pink translucent sole, like, it just hits so well. Like, they're beautiful.
Very well done. Yeah, great pick, and just gave me a couple ideas. So thank you, Alvin. And anybody who has Alvin for Secret Santa, you know what to get him now.
That's it.
He wants that shoe. Or anybody listening who may be related to Alvin, who lives in the same household as him and looking for something to get for Alvin.
Love you.
I may have already sent this clip to somebody. But moving on. Next up this week in Kicks, this is the part of the show where we discuss the current headlines and happenings in the world of sneakers. And first of all, it's been almost 2 years of the coronavirus pandemic. So I do want to say, keep going. We're almost there, I hope, to everybody listening, because it's been, when you think about 2 years, that's a long fucking time. So shout out to everybody for like keeping on chugging, staying positive. Thank you for listening. Hopefully we've been a light, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But the Nike delays due to this are not over yet. And we have another example of that. But it seems the COVID-related delays are not done with yet, and we may have only seen the tip of the iceberg. In an email sent to a store owner, Nike says that all of their upcoming all of their upcoming orders will be canceled due to supply chain issues. That's all of holiday 2021, all of spring 2022, and all of summer 2022 canceled. That's not a little bit of stuff. That's a lot of product that the store is not now getting. The email reads, because the screenshot was posted to Twitter, "Dear partner, COVID-19 continues to impact the global supply chain and create transportation disturbances as a result of this dynamic and unprecedented situation. We regret to inform you that the Nike Futures orders for spring 2022, summer 2022, and the balance of the holiday 2021 product will be canceled. This means that any holiday 2021 orders that have not shipped yet will not be fulfilled, nor will any orders for spring 2022 and summer 2022. In addition, due to the same supply chain challenges, Nike will not offer at once orders until further notice. We understand that this direction is difficult information to hear. Our goal is to resume supply chain as soon as possible, and we are committed to communicating transparent and timely updates about future seasons. Please contact your Nike Marketplace partner representative." Blah, 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 blah. So that's it wasn't revealed which store this was sent to, but obviously that's like devastating to whatever store just got this, because Nike, for at least a lot of sneaker stores, is their bread and butter. So that's absolute trash. So that's the first thing. The second thing is, I don't think that we need to panic too much, because apparently, and this has been semi-confirmed, larger, what they call neighborhood accounts, which would be like your livestock caps, like boutique places, like the more elevated experience stores, will not be affected by this. And the email was probably sent to like a smaller account, like a mom and pop, that doesn't have the same like quote unquote clout, for lack of a better word, that a neighborhood account would have. So it's not all bad, but obviously very devastating for this store, and I'm sure other stores that will experience the same thing. So our hearts go out to those people. But yeah, that's scary, man. Just as like a business owner and like from a human standpoint, all of your orders for 3 seasons up until next fall, basically, like September, October is when the fall stuff would start coming in. No Nike product. That could ruin a business quite easily. So yeah, that's just
devastating.
Hard to swallow just to even think about. But I wouldn't fret too much if you're concerned, which obviously is not the point of this story, but if you're concerned about not being able to get your sneakers, should be okay, but it will still be difficult going into the new year, similar to how it has been now. Like, things will still be showing up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months late to a lot of retailers. Next up, previously in Kicks. This is the part of the show where we reveal our pickups and recap the latest happenings in our sneaker lives. Alvin, anything to report in the last week? Any pink toe Allen Iverson sneakers by chance?
No pink toes as of yet.
Damn.
However, the Under Armour fam did send over the Curry Flow 9s in 2 colorways. First colorway was the Sesame Street Count Von Count colorway, which is predominantly black, and you got them hints of, different colors. Really super dope. Love that pair. And then you also have the Rise and Grind colorway, which is much more my type. Really colorful. You got hits in pink, purple, blue. I played ball in them on Sunday.
Oh, you wore them already?
Of course. I was honestly, whenever I get a Curry, it's like a straight to foot thing, just because every single year that they've released a Curry, there's always been massive improvements. And this pair did not disappoint. For me, I'm a wide foot guy. The size 11 for me fit perfectly. For the most part, usually when I have to play ball in a new pair of shoes, I have to worry about my pinky toe getting crushed, or just like still the shoe not being wide enough for my foot. However, the Curry Flow 9 is, can I say perfect?
Perfect, he said.
It's my new ball shoe.
There you go.
He said perfect?
Perfect.
For me, perfect.
Did he say perfect,
it fit
Joel?
me. I did.
He said perfect.
I did.
Perfect.
It fit me perfectly, man. Like, I didn't have to wear them in at all. Usually for me, after playing like one game, like my foot hurts somewhere because of how it doesn't fit me perfectly. But the Currys, like, they fit perfect. Like, I didn't have no foot pains.
Perfect.
The width was amazingly perfect. And I will say that my shot in the first game when I wasn't tired was perfect.
Perfect.
The games after that, though, I mean,
Not perfect.
don't ask my teammates, but definitely not the high percentage as it was in the first game. But yeah, I'd highly suggest for anyone with a wide foot, anybody who loves basketball, try out the Curry Flow 9. Man, they are super comfy.
Perfect. Oh.
That grip is perfect. Perfect. And yeah,
Sick,
shout out to Under Armour. It's a dope shoe. And then I also hit on the Pata Air Max 1s, the burgundy pair.
Yep.
On the fence about them. I'm gonna wait till I see them in person. Honestly, I bought them just because I tried not thinking I was actually gonna hit, and then when I hit, I was like, all right, cool. So I'm gonna wait to see them in person. Duties kind of kill me though, bro. Like,
yeah, you got slapped.
I got hit with like $97 duties, so the shoe came up to like $290 something Canadian plus $97 in duties. So it came up to like almost $400.
Dang.
And that's retail, bro. So I mean, damn, it's I'm gonna be in trouble.
It's steep.
It's not perfect.
It's not perfect.
Yeah, no.
Zam.
That's it.
It's cool though, man. It's cool.
Chilling.
Nice. I will say, and I'll semi-go next. Got the same pairs of Curry 9s as Alvin did. Haven't had a chance to play in them yet. But just holding it in hand,
yeah,
already my favorite Curry in the
super
whole
light.
line. Very light.
The aesthetic is beautiful.
Aesthetic, detailing, quality, all kind of you come to expect it now with the Curry line, especially for the price point. You can't beat it for a performance basketball shoe. But yeah, I could just tell that like the upper whatever material they told us the material and I forgot, so I apologize. But the material is fire. Just generally speaking, it looks like it's going to perform well. So I'm really excited to get it on foot and on court. But yeah, thank you to Under Armour Canada for that. Nothing else to report for me though for this week. Joel, anything for you?
No, but I was busy winterizing my vehicle
again.
Yeah, I actually had it rust proofed.
Ooh, I gotta do that too.
Yeah, so check out Crown Mississauga. They take care of you perfectly.
Sponsored.
Crown. What's the price looking like, cuz?
So like for like SUVs, like small SUVs, is about like you're probably gonna walk out the door with like 139. The way she worked it out, yeah, 139 for like smaller cars. It's like 129.
Yo,
but they take care of you, man. As long as you send like a reference, let's just say like Canada Got Soul sent you. They'll be like, yo, who the is that? And like they'll just give you a discount, man. So like they'll hook you up.
So I'll say Kuya Joel Dooney sent me.
Yeah, Joel's affiliate is about to go brrr at affiliate revenue, baby.
Yeah, but it's proper. The way that they do it is proper. They get into your door jams and everything. The thing is that they drill holes.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind. But they'll cover it up though to protect it and stuff like that. So you're good. But yeah, they'll drill holes in your door and into your door frame and stuff like that. So just to get into like the nook and crannies, but everything's proper, man. One thing though, don't park it in the garage or in your driveway because I got so much like oil leaks all over my
and
driveway.
It stays, no? Like it it kind of stains it.
I'm gonna have
makes
to
it waterproof.
I'm gonna have to power wash it, like you know what I mean? Or I'll have to even it out or something. But yeah, man, that's all I did, man. That's it and whatnot. But
so are you winter ready now with the whips? Is there anything else
I am
do?
winter ready. Can't wait for it to snow. Bring on the snow.
We got we got some flurries last week, right? We didn't get snow. It didn't stick. But we got a little bit of little some.
Yeah. You guys got some. There's nothing in Mississauga.
Oh, no? Oh.
I know in Brampton it snowed up there a bit.
It's stuck,
when I went up to work, I was like, whoa.
Literally maybe 2 centimeters. Like just enough to say that there's snow on the ground, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Like even on the cars, I'm like, whoa, what the?
Yep. It was sticking to the cars. Yep. It was, yeah.
It's coming.
Yeah. All right. Next up, thumbs up, thumbs down. In this part of the show, we give our opinion on various sneaker-related topics with zero context or discussion. All we're allowed to say is thumbs up, thumbs down. And we actually, this week, have some explaining to do. Last week, we did hyped slides. And specifically, I asked you guys, because I know, once again, that within your Filipino culture, slides, sandals, slippers, whatever you want to call them, very big, very, very big part of
Chinelas.
it. Yes, that's correct. And you guys were both thumbs up to the hyped slides, even in lieu of all that, of the ability to just buy a $5 Old Navy slide and move on. You guys thumbs up hype slides. And we actually had a couple people reach out. One of them, Harrison Koo, said, I need to hear a little bit more from these two. You two specifically. He just assumes that I don't care about price on slides, I guess. But for you guys, also, I mean, he's Asian as well, so he's probably like, bruhs, what the fuck is going on with you guys? What do you mean thumbs up to hype slides? But you guys got some explaining to do. So, Joel, do you want to defend yourself with the thumbs up to hype slides?
All right. So with hype slides, I'm gonna say like with Adidas Adipreens, like the soft, like the softness of that, even like with the Boost slides, that's like mad comfy, man. Like that's like 10 times better than your like $5 Old Navy slides. But even with the Old Navy slides, those are proper too. But yeah, but comfy. That's the thing though. They're just comfortable.
But like $60 though.
$60 on with a promo code and stuff like that.
And our Black Friday sale, dog, is
Black Friday
like $30.
About it, yo. Check.
Check.
That's it.
Alvin, do you want to defend hype slides at all?
I mean, for the most part, for the most of the ones that have dropped, even those Yeezy ones, not the dinosaur looking joints, but like the other ones, like the clog looking joints, but that are slides. They're fashionable. You can dress them up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like you can wear those slides with some chinos and like a hoodie, and then it would look good. Whereas like if you're wearing some like Old Navy thongs on your feet with some socks on, it's not a good look.
That's not a good
look. And to be honest, those Old Navy ones are cool and everything, but at the same time, there's absolutely no cushioning in them. Whereas like when you're paying that little bit of extra for a little bit of hype, like for example, those Adidas Boosts, like Pharrell Human Race slides with the boost in them, those look dope with the extra straps on the top and everything. And they came in all different sets of colors. And I don't have a pair, unfortunately, because I slept on all the sales. However, those were in my carts many times. I just never pulled the trigger. But those are cool. I have a pair of the Boost slides, like the regular ones. Super comfortable. And if I'm going to wear them all day, every day at home, or if I'm going to be out with like the CGS I'm at a cottage, it's pretty much my attire, just slides and like shorts and whatnot. If I'm wearing them all day, every day, I want it to be comfortable, but I also want it to look good so that I look good. And if I look good, I feel good. And then, it's a fun time.
Bang, bang.
That's what it is.
All right, that's fair enough. Yeah, perfect. Super perfect. So basically, Joel's response to you, Harrison, comfort. And I mean, if you're spending, also the thing is you have to take into account quality, I think, is a big thing as well. And I know I wasn't asked, but I'll chime in a little bit. Quality is a big thing. Like if you're spending the $50 on a pair of slides from Adidas, Nike, whoever, like the elevated slides, chances are they're going to last you a couple years. Whereas if you buy the Old Navy ones or the dollar store ones or whatever, those will last you a month before they just break up, disintegrate, whatever it is. So, I mean, in the same amount of time as you're spending the $50 to $60 on one pair of slides, you're probably buying 8 of the Old Navy ones. So really, it's probably about the same overall. So yeah, I'll throw that 2 cents in there as well. So yeah, I think we made a pretty good case for more expensive slides. I kind of just think we need to go buy some now. Like I feel like I'm losing money by not buying some expensive slides right now. But we'll move on. Next up, NSR. We talk about sneakers a lot, so in this weekly segment, we're going to take 30 seconds out of the show to discuss something completely irrelevant from the world of sneakers. And we love food. Been a minute since we've done a food-related NSR. So I got a good one because I had a pretty good breakfast today. So I want to know, from bottom to top, build me your ideal breakfast platter. Because there are many options, and I want you to choose between the obvious. You can't have both. Like, you can't have sausage and bacon. You can't have
what?
No, see, exactly.
God, I'm saying, like, that's not a platter. You can't say platter, and you can't have more than 2 meats, bro. Come on.
Okay, let's assume you're going up to the breakfast. Let's rephrase the question. You're going up to the breakfast buffet here, and the person, not buffet, whatever, the guy says you can have either French toast, or pancake, or a
I'm
waffle.
leaving.
Yeah, that's like
It's not a fucking buffet, bro.
And then the next
that's
one,
pancakes in the air, bro.
False advertisement, dog.
and then the next one is you can have sausage or bacon so that's how we're gonna. And then the next one is you can have toast or home fries or whatever, hash browns. So the main ones, everyone knows the deal. Everyone knows those restaurants, those shady places that make you choose. So if you have to choose between the main ones, what are you choosing? I'll go first to give you guys a second to think about it because I feel like I offended both of you and I did not mean to. So
honestly, I've never been to those restaurants. Fuck those restaurants, bro.
I phrased the question wrong, maybe. Those restaurants, hey man, like Denny's makes you choose, and like IHOP makes you choose. So when I was in the States,
because if you're like, yo, I want a side of bacon, they'll give you that.
Yeah,
I don't
obviously,
care.
but like in the
and
platter,
if you don't want to give it to me, I'm leaving.
In the platter, they don't
pancakes
give you that
in the air.
They make you choose.
Yeah, if you don't want to give me pancakes and French toast, like I'm leaving. Forget you.
Waffle, catch a waffle.
I'm joking. Go ahead.
Back to the question.
This is a hot topic, man.
I'm a big breakfast fan. Everyone knows that as well. So I'm with you. Believe me, the reason I'm asking is because I think I deliberate over it every single day of my life. But let's start with the starter here. How are we taking our eggs? Let's start with that because it's going to come with eggs. How are we all taking our eggs? I'm going over easy. Alvin, sorry, I should direct in order.
No, that's cool. I don't know. At this place, I'm probably not even gonna have the eggs.
It comes with eggs.
I'll go over easy. Over easy.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Joel, what about you?
Man, I don't know. Probably hard boiled or something.
Raw.
Just let me break my own egg.
Yeah. Do it myself. Fuck. No, I'm probably gonna go scrambled, yo.
Scrambled. He's a scrambled man.
With some cheese.
With some cheese. Okay.
You know how it is.
Some fromage and egg. Okay. Next on the list, is it pancake or French toast or a waffle? Shit, I gotta go first, don't I?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with waffle, and I think the main reason behind that is I find waffle is more consistent. Like a pancake can really vary in its deliciousness from very, very good, but to also very, very bad. There's a wide range of pancake taste, flavor levels. Waffle is narrower because it's made in a waffle iron, and it tells you when to flip it. It essentially just comes down to the batter, and the batter is mostly the same at most places. So I think that your hit rate with a waffle will be higher. So I'll go with waffle just from analytic standpoint of saying that I have a higher chance of having a delicious waffle than I do a delicious pancake. The pancake could be better, but it might not be. So that's why. And French toast, that's a different story. I do love French toast.
Same, but
different story. Different mood for French toast. Different. It's a different world for French toast. It's when I feel fancy. Alvin, what do you? French toast, waffle, or pancake?
I won't go pancake because wifey and my pops, they just the two recipes they make. They ruined pancakes for me. I can't have it unless it's theirs. If it's not their pancakes, I don't want it.
That's it.
Waffles. I'm gonna go French toast. We'll go French toast. Similarly, because you can't really fuck up a French toast. I've seen people do it because I don't know what they did. However, in my experience, I haven't had a bad French toast yet. I hope not to ever. But I'll mess with the French toast for this round.
Ooh.
French toast. I think French toast is definitely on the same plane as pancakes, where it has a wider range of tasting delicious or tasting really bad.
Yeah.
But a good French toast is almost unbeatable. So that's the thing. It has a higher ceiling than the other two, I think. French toast has the highest ceiling of the three. A fantastic French toast, alliteration, is just a head and shoulders above a fantastic pancake or a fantastic waffle. So we're getting very deep into breakfast conversation. All right, Joel, are you doing pancake or waffle or French toast?
All right, since Cousin went French toast, you went waffle. I'm gonna go pancake. Now you can fuck up a pancake, but then you do have like Aunt Jemima on the side,
Yep.
saying what's up. So I can load up Aunt Jemima and I can grab like some packs of butter and like slap that shit on there to make it like how I want it.
Drown out the other flavors. Yep.
Yeah, man. So if it's not perfect, then I'm gonna have to like slap on that shit there. So, but yeah, I'm gonna go pancake.
Can I just say something though?
Yeah.
Sometimes you can make a pancake dry.
Yeah,
but I find that with a waffle or like a French toast, it's hard to make them dry.
That's
but whereas
true.
a pancake, I've had dry pancakes, and like you said, Cuzzo, like that Aunt Jemima or whatever red mill syrups or whatever it's called now.
Yeah,
it's clutch. You need that.
You need that. That's gonna be like in the holster on the side.
Yep.
Ready, ready to go.
Ready to pull it out.
But yeah, man.
Smith and Wesson.
Smith and Wesson. 187 on a pancake.
I do agree. I don't know what's worse though, a dry pancake or a too moist pancake.
Dry.
Moist pancake is
moist.
It's not cooked,
Yeah,
bro.
that's
It's not cooked.
No,
That's like water.
That's just batter.
Like if you're moving the plate and the pancake's moving along with that, you gotta put that back on there, yo. That's like under.
Man, that's what I mean though. Pancakes, it's like could be too thick, could be too moist, could be too thin, it's just too much variation. It's too stressful to think about.
That's it, man.
All right, let's do the protein and then we'll move on. Protein, we're doing sausage, bacon, or ham. Unless you can go off the board if there's one that you can think of. I can't think of one off the top of my head, but for me, it's sausage all day. All day, I'm going with sausage links. Also ties back into another one of my picks because I love, actually both of my picks, because I'll put Aunt Jemima syrup on my waffle, but I'll also break the yolk of my over easy egg, and both taste good with sausage. Yolk with the waffle, or sorry, yolk with the sausage tastes good, and also syrup with the sausage tastes good separately, not all three together. So it's just a really good, whole plate of food there for me, ready to go. And I'm starving now. Alvin, your pick for protein for breakfast.
Yo, because this restaurant's making me pick one, I'm picking something that's not on their menu, and it's fried fucking chicken.
Okay, with some chicken gravy.
That's it.
No, with some syrup, dog.
With some syrup.
Put that syrup on there.
But you didn't get waffles though.
So French toast. Put that on top of my French toast, my guy. Like.
All right.
It'll be good. Put some Pearl Milling Company syrup on that.
Is that the new name of the brand?
It is. I looked it up just because I want to be sponsored by them.
Yeah, true.
I
agree with
syrup,
that.
Yo.
Formerly Aunt Jemima, Pearl Milling Company is now the best syrup in the world. But yeah, give me that fried chicken just because, man, they can't let me have the bacon too. So
let's go.
Fried chicken is. I'm gonna be complicated. I'm gonna be that Starbucks customer.
I've never seen two people so mad at one hypothetical situation as you guys are at this store that does not exist.
If it's hypothetical, it happened somewhere. So
maybe it didn't.
Yeah.
That's definitely not a saying. If it's hypothetical, it happened somewhere. It's not a saying.
It is on CGS.
It's definitely not something that anybody says. All right, Joel, bring us home. Give us a protein. What's your breakfast protein of choice?
My breakfast protein of choice is longanisa.
Oh, damn.
They're definitely not gonna have that shit.
Yo,
they're not ready for us, cuz.
Damn.
It's a problem. Yo, run that.
They're gonna have to go to friggin' Seafood City to buy some of our stuff, bro.
Yeah, man.
Damn, I regret not going off the board now too. Shit. All right. Starving.
You gotta get mad.
Apparently, I gotta be mad to make the right breakfast decision choices.
You gotta be triggered, yo.
You guys were 2 turns up from that. We gotta move on. Next up, errors, edits, and e-messages. We're pretty smart guys, but from time to time we make mistakes. So if you catch us slipping, hit us in the DM, and we'll let the world know that we goofed. And 3 people, probably more, caught it. 3 people messaged us about it. Lou _Kang _9, JB Will, and Sneaker Life Husband.
Rod.
All 3 of them said Matthew McConaughey is sponsored by Lincoln, not Buick.
I swear it's in the same umbrella though.
Yeah, that doesn't really count though. That's like saying like, yeah, Jordan's a Nike athlete. Like that's not something that people would say.
He was though.
Was
It's a
okay.
swoosh. It's a swoosh.
I will say
Is
though
swoosh Nike or Jordan?
that Alvin was the one who said Buick. He did that.
Matthew
So
McConaughey.
Who cares? It's fucking
Targeted-
Buick and Lincoln, bro.
target
Like,
it
fuck.
all at Alvin. See, triggered.
Come at me, yo. Y'all act like you're driving those cars
did.
anyway, dog.
They
Like,
did, they
damn.
did come at you.
Yo, Aaron's got a Subi, a sexy Subi, so he can't even come at me. Like, he's got a sexy Subaru. Like, James B. Will, I know he's got a sexy van out there, so you can't even come at. You don't have no Lincoln van, bro.
Maybe he
You
has
got
a
some
Buick
next sexy
van.
one. No, Buicks don't make vans. They're not family friendly. Fuck those guys.
They have a new 7-seater, third row.
Luke Kang.
Yeah, that
Luke
takes
Kang.
away your trunk space. So no.
I think Luke Kang drives a Navigator though.
Yep,
He seems like a Navigator.
he does. Lou Kang, Lou_Kang_9
Lincoln
drives a
Navigator.
Navigator.
Run it.
Also has the third row. This segment, by the way, was brought to you by Buick Lincoln.
Buick Lincoln.
Buick Lincoln.
What is that? What's that umbrella? That's not GM, is it? No, it's the other one.
No,
No, I
it
think
is.
it
It
is
is
GM.
under
It is
them.
GM?
Under the GM umbrella.
Okay.
Yeah.
General. We got all
Yeah.
the General Motors
Yo.
now. Chevrolet.
Yeah.
Who else you want? What else you got?
I don't know.
Are they
But shout
GM?
out to you guys though. Thank you for
Yeah.
pointing that out. I mean, I fucked up, but it's all good.
Who else is under GM? Is it Chevrolet?
GM?
I think-
GMC,
Yeah. So
Uh,
Chevrolet, I think
Chevy.
that's the C. Yeah.
Chevy, yeah,
GMC.
and then Buick, and then
I think it's Dodge, no?
No, Dodge is
that's
on its
separate.
own.
Oh, Dodge something.
That's
Dodge is like
Ford.
Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep.
Dodge Ford. Yeah.
Dodge Chrysler
No,
Jeep.
Ford's-
That's Chrysler. Yeah.
Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep. Yeah, Ford is by itself, guys.
Okay. Ford is by itself.
Found on the road dead.
Toyota is just Toyota.
Ford.
Toyota is just Toyota. Oh no, I think Lexus. No, Lexus. is
Toyota
Toyota.
Lexus. Yes.
Yeah.
And then Honda Acura.
Honda Acura.
Yes.
yeah.
Okay. Wow. We are smart people.
We're
Anything
running
else?
it.
Hey,
How's it
We could do the rest of the episode like this. Nike Converse. You guys want to keep going? Or?
I think it's Jaguar Land Rover. No,
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
BMW
Jaguar,
Mini.
BMW Mini.
Yeah.
There we go.
Gang,
And
gang.
Smart Car, I think, is also BMW, right?
They don't count. They're not cars.
They count. Anyway, all right. That's good enough. Anyone else have any
That's a
car?
go kart, bro. That's a go kart.
It's a backpack.
Car related umbrella. We got car company umbrellas on lock. All right, moving on from car companies. Spend far too much time on that. One more from SW Sneakers, aka the homie Matt, believe from the
Matt.
UK, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh,
Yup,
says,
he's
"Hey,
from the
guys."
UK, bro.
Another great
UK.
episode this week. By the way, it was me who made the A to ZX comment 2
Oh
weeks ago,
shit!
just to put an end to the mystery. So the statement that I attributed to Joseph Ra'an was actually the homie Matt from
Oh
the
man,
UK.
we've been making a lot of mistakes in it.
Sorry, bruv, isn't it?
Love you guys.
Moving on. Moving.
Shout out to all the EE ears though.
Yeah. Shout out to the EE years. We make lots of
Pointing out our
mistakes.
stupidness.
Yeah, we're gonna have. I'm sure we fucked up all those car companies, so we're about to have a lot more.
More EEs
Yeah.
coming up.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Yeah, for a segment sponsored by Buick Lincoln, it did not go very well. All right, and our final discussion, real quick. So again, we had a lot of messages sent this week, so I kind of expanded to because two of them were kind of similar. So one of them, the first one, ironically enough, is from Jay Ra'an, and he says, "I haven't felt
Joe.
inspired by shoes that are coming out this year, except for the new EQT Adidas releases. Wondering if you guys can psychoanalyze me on why this is happening, and are you guys feeling anything close to this, or am I in my own boat? Are you guys feeling uninspired by sneakers right now? Do you think it's fatigue? Do you think it's COVID fatigue? Do you think it's sneaker fatigue? What do you guys think? Are you guys feeling uninspired at all? Or is it just maybe some people are being exposed to the same thing over and over again, and it's us/them not expanding their horizon enough to see what else is out there and just being tired of seeing the same shit from the same people that they're choosing to continue to expose themselves to?" I don't know if that all makes sense. Alvin, any input on the message here from Jay Ra'an?
I mean, it's not that I'm uninspired. It's definitely that I feel like it might be that there's too much coming out all at once. Every brand right now is coming out with a collabo, and it's just like, that's what it is. If it's not hype, you don't want it, right? And I get what he's saying about the EQTs too, just because it's like, the EQT when it came out, obviously they had collabs with other stores, but the hype around it was from the OG EQT. And yeah, I don't know, man. Like, it's definitely not the same, but it's never been the same since who knows when. But this year specifically, like, nothing's come out for me that's been like, I gotta have it. I'll pay resale for it. It's just nothing's enticed me like that in a while, and I don't know what it is.
Interesting. Joel, what about you? Any uninspiredness on your end?
I don't know. It's like this year or just in general.
Just generally speaking, like I think this year is when a lot of people have started feeling it.
Yeah.
A lot of it has to do with the repeated bombardment of Jordan 1 and Dunk, which I think most people are just feeling now, like beaten down by that repeatedly.
Yeah, I totally agree. Like, it's like you said, it's just the same thing over and over again. Like even with the collabos and stuff like that, it just seems like it's all the same collabo. I don't know. It's just, I totally agree. Nothing's really jumping out at all, other than seeing like that whole EQT line. It's good to see that come back. Did I jump on it? No. But I don't know. It's just like, I don't know. It's just not, for me, it's just not really in me right now. Like to pursue anything. Like even, everyone's like, yo, why didn't you jump on the Pata Air Max 1s? You're an Air Max 1 guy. I'm like, I know, but it's just not, there's no drive for me to resale's pretty dope right now, but I'm not like flipping out just trying to get a pair. But for me, I think it's a different, maybe it's the pandemic that messed me up, like not going out and physically buying the shoe. But it's just like it's a different state of mind right now when it comes to like buying shoes and what really gets me going. Like I always come back to even the old school stuff that like I'd rather drop X amount of dollars on a pair of 992s than grab something hype. You know what I'm saying? Like if that makes any sense.
Absolutely.
But yeah, man, like I agree. Like nothing's really jumping out. I'm going back to like dad shoes and whatnot. Like, so we'll see.
I'd like to eat myself before everyone else does. I lied. I'm sorry. I hope you guys forgive me. There was a pair this year that I would have gladly paid resale for if I could afford it, and it was the Armour Maniera 3s. However, other than that specific pair, nothing. I mean, don't get me wrong. There have been dope pairs that have come out, but I feel like it's just so much coming out so fast that it's just like, where do I go? Like, I don't, But yeah, I just wanted to eat myself, so I apologize for lying. Sorry, Lance.
I definitely will agree. It is like overwhelming, really overwhelming, and it's like to no fault really to the brands in this sphere because like they're putting out a lot of good shit, and all the brands are putting out a lot of good shit. So when it's so much good shit, it's like you just need to take a step back and you're like, holy, whoa, like you're overwhelmed.
Yeah, that's what it is.
It's like a combination of that, and then also like again the bombardment of a lot of the same stuff, which is like just feeling dry and played out at this point. Which like again, some of it is like really really good, like the college navy dunk, which is just a white and navy dunk, which is one of my favorites in my own personal collection. I would have loved to get another pair, but like literally just like let the release skate by me because I'm just feeling that Nike Sportswear dunk fatigue. And constant bombardment is like, holy crap, do something else. Like, please do something else. So yeah, that's definitely a big part of it too. And now Alvin brought up a good point, and I'm wondering if like maybe our standards are now so high, which is not a bad thing on our point, that our standards are so high that it takes a lot now to wow us because we expect a lot from these brands where like they can put out good shit, but we need great shit. Like the AMM3 is a great example because like that all around from story to release to execution to just everything was perfect, flawless, beautiful. And then like it just makes everything else look lackluster. That could also be a thing. Yeah, I think we'll look back at this year and not think poorly of it because there was a lot of really good releases.
Oh
But
yeah.
right
Yeah.
now it's like so much going on that you're like, oh my god, where do I begin? What do you think could bring you out of this fatigue? Is there a release? Is there something coming up? Maybe that we have. I mean, it's November 23rd, 7 days away from December. We have the CGS countdown to 2022. Will be very, very soon. This is actually technically our last episode before that begins. So that always re-energizes me in a lot of different ways, especially going to the new year, which is a nice touch. Air Max month, not far around the corner from that. 3 months after that, even All-Star, really close after that. Christmas, snow, hopefully pandemic restrictions loosening. Is there anything you think specifically could bring you out of this little fatigue or slump? I wouldn't even call it a slump, just like the fatigue and the blah feeling surrounding all this, Alvin?
Honestly, probably just access, man. Like, yo, all these dunks that people be talking about, it's like, I mean, I guess Nike's trying to make it available for everyone to have a dunk. But at the same time, you're still making that specific color that is released limited, sorta. Aside from the Panda ones, because apparently the Panda ones are restocking
monthly,
20 times.
Much, yeah.
Yeah, all the time.
But it's like, I don't know, man. It's still, for some reason, it's still hard to get. So even the Pandas, like, I try it every single time just because it's a black and white sneaker. Why not? But it's still, for some reason, unattainable. I don't know if it's something I'm doing or whatever, but I feel like access would definitely help many people get out of a slump, whether it's like an exclusive sneaker or it's just a regular Nike dunk. If you're trying to make a dunk a GR, make it a fucking GR and don't fucking limit it type stuff. I would say that for me to get out of whatever I am in, just, give me some access. Allow whoever wants a pair to get a pair. Yes, that kills the hype, but who cares? Because either way, you know what I'm saying? The shoe's going to be popping, so whatever.
I like that a lot. Joel, what about you? Is there anything that you feel like could be injected or could come up that would make you more excited surrounding sneakers again?
More parties. Like, like those make way parties, yo.
Yeah.
Oh, shout out to Make Way.
Shout out, yo. But yeah,
if you guys
man,
are free yesterday, we should have seen you there.
Oh, yeah.
Come by yesterday.
Sorry, I wasn't there. I was at practice. Sorry. But yeah, man, like something like that. Like something that'll give that energy, that whole vibe, good vibes, good peoples. Like, it like that, like bring that back. Obviously with restrictions and whatnot, but just to be out and about and like mingling and talking it up with like homies and homegirls, like that kind of stuff, like that kind of vibe, that'll probably get me out of the funk, and probably get a lot of other people out of the funk too. But yeah, man, some shit like that, like let's just do it, man. Just like do it up, like you know.
That's a great point. Actually, really, really good point, because like I didn't care for those Starfish Jordan 1 lows until I got to to Make Way that day, and then I was like, I need the shoe so bad. Like it definitely plays a big role, and as like going back to one of the things Joel said earlier in the episode, it adds part of the story to the sneaker that a lot of us cherish, which is like the pickup. That's story,
what it is. Yeah,
adds memories and adds another depth and like layer to an actual pair of sneakers. For me personally, I do think that the countdown is going to really re-energize me. I'm excited for that. Every year, we always look forward to that, so that's really, really, really cool. Coming up in a week, less than a week now that when you guys are listening to this. And like just on a personal level, I'm trying to like literally just buy shoes that I know I'm going to wear. Like it's not fun to buy shoes and toss them in the closet. It is fun sometimes to like, get that shoe you've been after for a long time and just like have it be a collector's piece for a year, but like really trying to like just buy it and wear it the next day. Like that's like the vibe that I'm trying to be on right now, is buy sneakers that I want to wear immediately, because that's when you get that instant gratification and that joy of like, yeah, good pickup, bro. Like I wore those shocking pink 14s to like UPS or some shit because I just couldn't wait to wear them. And that's what I'm trying to make my pickups at. like as of late. I got those CDG 180s from Chris. Brought them on a trip with me and wore them fucking like 15 times in like 30 days since I got them.
Dope.
That's just dope. Like that kind of stuff is definitely something that I'm looking to do more often. And this one really quickly from Matt OMTL. So sort of on the same vein here as, exhaustion, being beaten down by stuff. We're going to kind of foreshadow a little bit. And he says he thinks foams and Air Max 1s will be on Nike's roadmap for 2022. Dunks have been milked. Those are next. That's my 2 cents. We're watching Nike set the stage with rare/insane pairs to get people talking, see what they're doing with the Off-White Jordan 2, the Union Jordan 2, and etc. They kick off the catalog with collabs and wow pairs, and then the GRs fly. My first question is, because I have my doubts, to be honest. I don't know if this is a Jordan 2 thing that they're doing or just like we can fucking sell anything flex that they're doing. But do you guys think that GR Jordan 2s and foams sell out next year if they start doing them? I do not.
Foams, I find it harder to see foam selling out because of the price point that they'll be at. Yes, the CDG ones were a collabo, but if you look at just regular foams, they retail at like $250, and that was
That was back then,
a while ago.
Yeah, so now you're probably looking at a $300 retail foam. I mean, they're cool, but who knows, man? Like, I don't see those selling out as quick. Jordan 2s, yeah. I mean, I could see that. Like, if you bring out it depends on the colorway, though. Like,
that's what I mean, though, because, like, the OG colorway will sell out. The OG colorway in any Jordan model will sell out. So that's not a fair argument, I don't think. It's if they bring out a GR in like a poo-boo colorway, and it's like triple blue, is that selling out in 2021 and 2022? I say no, but sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Alvin.
Yeah, no, probably not though. It has to be like an OG colorway. They're not gonna be able to sell just a regular. Like you see it now too. Like some 13s have dropped recently. Some Jordan 6s dropped recently that are still available on shelves or on websites at stores. So it's like you already see like the quote unquote power kind of diminishing from certain models and with certain colorways that they're bringing out. So I mean, with the 2s, they got to be smart about it if that's what they're trying to push. But yeah, only time will tell. I guess we'll see how big this hype is with the 2s in the near future. But I mean, 2s have a possibility of selling out, but foams, I'm skeptical.
I don't think, again, and it kind of goes back to foams too, but like, if they bring out Royal foams, whether it's after or before a CDG foamposite comes out, it's going to sell out. It's a classic colorway. I think the argument to be made here is whether a regular GR colorway, something that's like pine green Jordan 3 equivalent in a Jordan 2 comes out. A pine green Jordan 2 is not selling out. I don't care if there's fucking a Union collab and a fucking Off-White collab and a Travis collab and a fucking Kanye collab. It doesn't matter. A Pine 3 Jordan 2 is not selling out. Sorry, Sean, Uncle Scott. I apologize. Maybe I offended you.
He'll be happy because he'll just get all the pairs.
Yeah, he'll get all the pairs.
Boston Celtics colorway of a Jordan 2, and he'll be happy. Foamposites. Honestly, I think that maybe this is a hot take, but I think a foamposite in a non-OG colorway has a better chance of selling out than a Jordan 2 in a non-OG colorway. Yeah or nah?
That's a hot take.
Yeah or nah? Foamposite has a bigger cult following than Jordan 2, though.
Yeah, I agree.
So the CDG wasn't as hype as the Off-White.
That's what I'm saying.
But the price point was way higher. That's like the thing.
That was the problem.
It doesn't matter, bro. If the Jordan 2 had the same price point as that fucking CDG, the Jordan 2 would have still sold out.
Oh, of course. No, 100%. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that like next year, if a pine green equivalent foamposite come out and a pine green equivalent Jordan 2 come out the same day, the foamposite sells out first because there's a wider audience for foamposites than there is Jordan 2s.
Maybe in the U.S.
Generally speaking, overall. Neither have a big audience in Canada.
Where Canada got sold. I'm speaking for Canada.
No one has a big audience in Canada.
I don't think it'll
really
do that great. No.
I don't think either.
The price point, man. The price point will be... I feel like the price will be the deciding factor. A 300 foamposite or a 215...
240?
Maybe 250. 240,
250.
And I feel like the Jordan 2 is more wearable than the foamposite.
Oh, I 100% agree with that.
Yeah.
I just think that the foam posite
Unless
heads
you
are
put
insane.
Travis Scott in some foam posits. Even then, I'm not buying that shit. But like, unless you put him in some foam posits, then you know what I'm saying. Like, it's not a thing, bro.
I just think that foam posit heads are more insane than Jordan 2 heads, and they'll sell out anything because they've been equally as starved as Jordan 2 heads, but they're more insane than Jordan 2 heads, in my opinion. It'd be interesting to see, though. But yeah, on that note, thank you to everybody who sent in all of the questions, because that was a really, really fun episode. But yeah, any final words on Jordan 2s and foam posits? No? Okay, I'm right? Got it.
No. Yeah.
Who would have thought we'd be ending an episode on Jordan 2 and foam posit? Damn. Whoa, what a world. But yeah, wherever you guys are taking in this episode, please leave a comment, review, follow, and or subscribe. Make sure to check out CanadaGotSold.ca to shop the latest CGS merch, peep the YouTube for our latest videos, and check out CGS Talk on Facebook to chop it up with us. Don't forget to use hashtag CanadaGotSold on Instagram for a feature. I have been Lawrence Hopkins, and you can find me at LDoggyStyles on Instagram. Woof.
I'm Joel Hernandez. You can find me at Joe Dooney, JO_D3OsNEY.
My name is Alvin Quincy, and you can find me at MISTERQ and then Mart.
Thank you for listening to us talk about sneakers for 187 episodes, and please remember to rock your kicks. This has been True to Size. We have been CGS, and we are out. Peace. What are you more likely to do? Buy a GR Jordan 2 or choose ham as your choice for breakfast?
Ooh, choose ham from La Cartette in Montreal.
That's oddly specific.
Yeah. Well, this episode was oddly specific.
It was oddly specific.